Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a love reading for Gemini where we look at your future spouse or life partner and the energy surrounding this connection. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Geminis, please. All right, we have the Tower. Okay, someone here who may shock or surprise you, Aries, Scorpio energy. We see the Four of Cups. Okay, again, an element of surprise or not expecting this here. Your person is viewing you as the Eight of Wands. Okay, I'm hearing like everything they could want. And the connection, we see the Queen of Cups. Very loving, emotional, intuitive. And we see the Three of Pentacles, Gemini. So this is somebody who I feel is going to be or is already around you in some capacity. The Three of Pentacles is my community card. It's somebody who's around you. It could be a friend. It could be a coworker, somebody you see when you're out and about, a neighbor. I love the Three of Pentacles because it tells me that there's a strong sense of compatibility here between you and this person. You get along very well. You kind of have the same vision for the future. You like the same things. And the Tower energy is a force to be reckoned with, this Aries Scorpio energy. Now, you could be a total surprise for this person, or they could be a total surprise for you. It feels like there may be some sort of serendipity or something unexpected that brings you two together. This person may also be somebody who comes off as a bit emotionally unavailable. And that might be what surprises you, because you might feel like this person never really had those feelings towards you. Or you may have felt like this person, wasn't ever really that into you. So their true feelings may shock and surprise you. But again, that's not going to be for all of you. Some of you, this is just, your person might be a little bit bored, a little bit discontent with dating, feeling a little bit, maybe feeling a little bit stagnant in life when you meet them. And so this relationship really just shakes things up, or you just really shake things up here for them. All right, we see the Nine of Pentacles, Venus and Virgo energy. So this is somebody who's single. This is somebody who's very independent. This is someone who pretty much has everything they need, Gemini, but love. And again, maybe they've struck out a few times in love, or they're just kind of like, ugh, I don't feel like dating right now. All right, and we have the Nine of Swords in reverse. So pay attention to double nines. That is a number for me that represents destiny. I do feel like this person is going to be really, really in their head about you. Can't eat, can't sleep type energy. After they either realize they have these feelings for you or after you two get together. But I also think this is somebody here who may have recently experienced some sort of major change within their life. And with the Nine of Swords showing up in reverse, I do feel like they've navigated that change, although they may still have some of that anxiety around them. So that could be a move, that could be some sort of personal loss, a job change or something. And Gemini, you're going to be really in your head about this as well. I do think you both are going to be a little bit in this energy of overthinking things. Should I, shouldn't I? Is this right? I just feel like there's a little bit of a buzz about this connection where you both are just going to be a little bit, I don't want to say low-key obsessed with each other, but you're both going to be a little bit nervous and anxious. And it could just be because you haven't met anybody that was compatible in a long time, or because there have been disappointments in love, so you're not sure about things actually working out. All right, so let's go ahead and see what else you need to know here. Sorry if you heard me just get a little bit distracted there. I have a cat that's wandering around that wants to choose chaos this morning, or has chosen chaos this morning. All right, let's see. What else do we need to know? All right, so we see that this person is of a different race, religion, or culture from your own, or maybe they come from a different socioeconomic background. Oh, they could be another Gemini. All right, so symbolized by the twins, ruled by Mercury. They're the thinkers and communicators of the zodiac with many facets. We see short-term energy. Now that's not going to be the case, you know, because we are in the reading of your future spouse, right? So I don't see this being, you know, a short marriage or something like that. But what I do see is that you may meet this person and you may think it's going to be just a fleeting romance, or maybe you've already had some sort of short-term connection with this person and it comes back around. You know, it could be what this person is thinking, like they're not really meant to really be with anybody, because I do see them with the Four of Cups being in an energy here of like, maybe I'm meant to be alone, nothing's really ever working out. We see that this person may have worked hard to achieve their success, and a comfortable lifestyle is indicated. And we do get confirmation of Scorpio energy here with the Tower and the Queen of Cups. But this person is fiercely protective and loyal, and they stand strong in their convictions, and they can sting if needed to defend their position. All right, so interesting energy there. The Four of Cups. Again, this is, I don't know if this is going to come as a surprise for you or for them. I am picking up on an energy of boredom and discontent with dating. So again, meeting someone like you, Gemini, that really makes an impact, that they have strong chemistry with, that they feel like, oh my gosh, this is my person, or there's somebody actually out there for me, you know, is going to shake this person a bit. All right, and they speak to you through music. So this person may send you songs. They might dedicate or write songs for you. You may also get messages through songs or through lyrics, either before this person comes into your life, or you know, or when you start dating them or talking to them. So for some of you, this person is in their 30s. You know, these are really specific messages that are not going to be for all of you. So just take what resonates and leave the rest. All right. We see loving. Yeah, I do see that, this being a very loving, very sweet connection. Now, for some of you, this person has vices, but this is coming out in reverse. So I feel like maybe in their youth, you know, they used to smoke, or maybe they drink, you know, they drank a lot, or they partied a lot. But we also see that this person is awakened, or maybe going through some type of awakening when you meet them. All right, so let's see what else my Geminis need to know about this person. All right, we see some of you, they could be a single parent. That's not going to be for all of you. For others of you, I do think that this person has like a very sweet and innocent, very loving side to them. We see privileged lady. Now remember, my readings are not meant to be gender specific, but some of the cards that I use are. And with this privileged lady energy, you know, this does feel like they're in that Nine of Pentacles energy, right? They have a lot to offer. They have everything they need. They can be picky when it comes to love and who they, you know, or they feel like they can be picky when it comes to love or who they share their life with. I do think they're an independent person as well, so they don't feel that they don't need a relationship. They would like one. This person may have grown up in a better than average household as well, is what I'm getting. And we see pathway. Yeah. So I do feel like, though, with you, Gemini, even if there is a little bit of stress or worry or, you know, intensity and an excitement here, I do think this person absolutely sees a path forward with you where this is going to develop into something, but it may trigger some fears there where then they start worrying it's going to be short term or there's no way this can last. Okay, we see unexpected income coming through in reverse. Some of you, this person may have experienced recent economic instability or some bills. I don't know if it's like, you know, something with their car or their house that came up. Could be a job loss or taking a pay cut or an investment that, you know, didn't go the way they planned. All right, what else do we need to know about this person? All right, your paths will cross during the next air sign season. Okay, so that's Gemini season, so possibly around your birthday, and for some of you it's their birthday as well. This person sings in the shower, so we do see the importance of music here. Okay. At least 1/3 of their body is covered in tattoos. Now, that's not going to be for all of you. That's a really specific message. And 1/3 of their body, that's a lot, right? So for some of you, it just indicates they may have a tattoo or two. Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And their first, middle, or last name may begin with a vowel. Okay. And we also see this person wears a meaningful accessory often. So that could be something that's been passed down to them, or something that brings them luck, or something that they picked up in their travels. Now with the Eight of Wands, Gemini, this person sees you as somebody who's very focused, as they are as well. So I don't know if you're both entrepreneurs or you're just very focused on your career and your stabilities. It just feels like you two are on the same path. You know, we get this energy of pathway coming through. Your paths will cross during the next air sign season. We see this pathway energy. You know, so it's like you and this person maybe have taken similar paths in life, although, you know, obviously not identical. This person sees you also, Gemini, as somebody who's able to handle a lot and do it with grace and ease. All right, so we have the Eight of Wands. Judgment energy in reverse. This person's, I think this is more of a projection, Gemini, more Aries, Scorpio energy. But I feel this is more of a projection where they're a little bit worried that things aren't going to get off the ground with you. They may be worried that they're misjudging this situation because, again, their feelings for you are so strong. That they may be worried that they're getting wrapped up, or they're getting, you know, they're getting wrapped up in the moment or the intensity here. They may be worried as well that this is, you know, something that won't go to the next level, that it's just going to be something short term, because the reading, again, this is your future spouse. And I'm not seeing this as this being just like, you know, a marriage where you're married for like a week or two or a couple of months, right? So I think there's fears for them that this is just going to be something short term. And we see the Two of Cups in reverse. Some of my Geminis, if this is somebody who's around you, like a friend or a coworker or a neighbor, it almost feels like they're waiting for you to end another connection, okay, or to get out of something. All right. I also feel, Geminis, this person, I don't feel like they're in a passive role, okay, like they're not going to step up and take the lead, but this person wants to know how you feel. They want you to make the decision about coming towards them, because I don't know, they have some doubts, and I feel like it's just some self-doubt, or those doubts are really informed by their previous experiences, you know, and they feel so strongly about you. How my Geminis are going to be feeling. The Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Some of my Geminis, you might meet this person at a time where you're experiencing some financial instability. I mean, the economy right now is not great for a lot of people. But the Queen of Pentacles in reverse can also be this energy here of my Geminis. Like maybe you're not feeling your personal best. Maybe you're not sure about investing in this connection because, again, it feels really intense. It feels amazing. But then, you know, not once that wears off, or once that wears off, or sometimes when we feel that intensity, we recognize like, oh, I need to see things clearly. Maybe I need to just pull back my energy a little bit. So I do feel like I just feel like you're informed. There's intensity, there's electricity, there's passion, there's excitement, but there's also like, ooh, I shouldn't overinvest just yet until I get more information. And that's just informed by your experience, and that's maturity as well. All right, so let's see, what else do they really admire about you? Yeah, they see you as the advocate archetype, so that you're compassionate, you put your compassion into action. And they see you as the Queen archetype as well. Now, regardless of, you know, whether you consider yourself more masculine or feminine, remember my readings are not meant to be gender specific, but some of the cards are But you radiate the regal feminine. You use your benevolent authority to protect others. So yeah, it's like you're a kind leader, you're protective, you're compassionate. So I don't know if you have children or you have pets, or they see that you take good care of like your friends and your family. Yeah, and they don't see you as controlling or demanding, which makes a lot of sense. You know, Gemini being a very mutable sign, you are also go with the flow, but you will take action or stand up when needed. And we see mystic energy. They love that you love tarot and astrology, and they love that you have this mystical, spiritual side here. The Queen of Cups just confirms to me that this is going to be a telepathic connection. It's going to be a very loving and very nurturing connection. All right, and Spirit saying that this connection heightens your ability to sense alignment and misalignment. Okay, so you're going to really sense, okay, like what is in alignment with you, what isn't, and take your time figuring that out. But I'm also seeing with the Queen of Cups here, you're gonna learn to trust your intuition in this connection, and I feel like this is gonna be a very telepathically linked partnership. All right, and this connection encourages you to show up as you truly are. Beautiful. And that often happens, Gemini, when we feel safe, right? When we feel safe to be who we are, take it or leave it type energy. But you also know this person, isn't going to be judging you harshly. But it also comes from a place of maturity and being self-assured, like that take it or leave it. Like, this is who I am. I'm not going to really hide it. All right, I think that's beautiful because it's indicative of this person holding space for you, but it's also indicative of a place of maturity that you've reached. And this connection helps you discern resonance from projection. So again, it feels like this connection really is going to, maybe more so over time, once the intensity or the honeymoon phase peaks, right, afterwards, you're recognizing that there's a lot of alignment, and that really does speak to that Three of Pentacles. All right. Reciprocity matters. This connection thrives when giving and receiving are balanced. Mutual effort becomes part of the alignment. All right. And we see emotionally present. This person shows up with awareness and emotional availability. Their presence feels attentive and engaged. And again, I think that's also going to really be a positive effect for my Geminis out there. It's going to allow you to do the same. All right, let's see what else we need to know. What else do we need to know here, please? What else do we need to know? All right, let go of the past. So Spirit saying clear your energy to allow more love into your life. Friendly support. Again, this person could be a friend who becomes more. You could meet through friends or while you're out with friends, but you are being guided. Fairies, guides, and friends give aid. You're being guided toward one another. Unexpected connection. Yes, and that's that Tower coming through from the beginning of this reading. Opposites attract. Some of you, there may be a small separation, which could be that short-term energy. So a fumble or a stop and a start in this connection, it doesn't mean that's already happened. And we get more confirmation here that this is a psychic connection. So you two are going to be very telepathically linked. You really are going to be able to read each other's minds. All right, let's see what we need to know. Important times or dates or messages here for my Geminis, please. June. So some of you are June Geminis. June is the next Gemini season. So between now and June, it feels like this is coming together. And we also see August, which is Leo Virgo energy. All right, my lovely Geminis, I'm going to leave it here, sending you love and light. Take care.